And President Trump is spending this Veterans Day in France, where this morning he attended a ceremony marking the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I.
ABC's senior national correspondent Terry Moran is in Paris with the details. Terry, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's another gray and rainy day here in Paris, and the city is still and somber for the centenary anniversary of the end of World War I. President Trump joining more than 60 other world leaders for a beautiful, poignant ceremony under the Arc de Triomphe behind me. President also sharing a handshake with Vladimir Putin, although the two did not speak. It was President Macron of France who gave the only speech here, and it was a remarkable rebuke of things that President Trump stands for. Macron declaring that the memory of that awful war shows how, in his words, nationalism, which President Trump has embraced, is the betrayal of true patriotism. But there was business done here as well at a dinner last night. President Erdogan of Turkey seen talking with President Trump. The White House saying the two discussed that murder of Jamal Khashoggi, the Saudi journalist in Istanbul. President Erdogan saying that his government has shared an audio tape of that killing inside the Saudi consulate with the U.S. and other countries. All that putting pressure on Saudi Arabia and on the U.S.-Saudi alliance. Dan?
Terry Moran reporting in from France this morning. Terry, thank you. A lot to talk about this morning, so let's bring in our chief anchor, George Stephanopoulos, who's going to be hosting this week later this morning. George, good morning to you. Trump is at that ceremony this morning over in France. He's taking some heat, though, for missing yesterday's ceremony commemorating the end of World War I. Other leaders made it. The White House is blaming rain for not being able to make it. As somebody who has served in a White House, does the rain explanation make sense to you?
Well, the rain could have kept, if the president was planning on taking Marine One, the helicopter, to the ceremony, the rain could have grounded the helicopter, but that wouldn't stop him from driving. I guess it was about 55 miles, and not only other foreign leaders, but General Kelly, General Dunford, both made it to the ceremony. I guess the president, just for whatever reason, maybe he was exhausted, just didn't want to go yesterday.
5 days on another subject here, 5 days, and this is a subject that clearly is getting the president's attention because he's tweeting about it. We're 5 days after the election. It looks like the Republicans may not have gained as much in the Senate as we thought. We've got recount in Florida, and in Arizona, the Democrat is making gains. What does a smaller majority mean to the president?
It's still a bigger majority than they had, though. No matter what, even the absolute worst case scenario at this point, and I think that's unlikely, the Republicans would pick up one seat in the Senate to go from 51 to 52. That's still pretty strong right there. I think, the president had some hopes on Tuesday night when it looked like he might be able to win Montana, when we didn't know about Nevada and Arizona. I think he had some hopes that maybe the Republicans would pick up 3, 4, 5 seats. That is not going to happen right now, but they still are going to have control. Of course, much more significant to the president is the fact that Democrats now look like they could take close to 40 seats in the House. Solid control for the Democrats. That's trouble for the president.
So you've got some leading Democrats on the show this morning to talk about possible investigations of the president. Meanwhile, Axios is reporting this morning that House Democrats, and this is their quote, they plan to investigate whether President Trump abused White House power by targeting the Washington Post and the CNN. How significant is this? Well,
that's getting at the president's calling the media the enemy of the people, and whether he tried, because Amazon Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, whether he tried to get the Postmaster General to take some action against them, whether he interfered in the CNN merger. One of the things you're going to see here, what's significant about it is that basically because the president had his own party in control over the last 2 years, he had 2 years without any oversight or investigations at all. That all changes once the Democrats take control. Those are two issues. The emoluments clause is another issue. The idea that the Democrats might get the president's tax returns, another one. A whole host of policy issues, investigations of cabinet members. It's a brand new world.
Brand new world, but still as wild as the one we've been covering for the last few years. George Stephanopoulos, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it. I want to remind everybody, George has a big show this morning. He's going to speak, as we mentioned, with the Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings and Gerald Nadler, the incoming chairs of two key committees who may lead investigations of the Trump administration. Plus, he'll go one-on-one with Counselor to the President Kellyanne Conway. It's all coming up on This Week, later this morning, right here on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.